So one of the key policies, economic policies that we advocate in Kamenomics is that everybody between the age of 30 to 40 years old should be given £500,000 for business or to effectively buy a home or carry out a business. So they could do a split of 3 to 4. So maybe three-quarter goes to a business and then the rest goes towards the purchase of a house. Now, um, why is that? Why would you want to give everybody between the age of 30 to 40 years old £500,000, right? So just to be clear, it doesn't mean that if you're over 40, you're not going to get the money. It means that you become eligible between 30 and 40 years old. You can have a vast, any number of criteria there, but the point is by 40, everybody should be in a position where they get that money and they use that money responsibly. So for business or to buy a house and carry out a business as well. Now, why do you want to do that? First of all, is just to do with simple equity, or rather to combat inequity, to combat unfairness in society. So, if you imagine someone who's inheriting a house from mom and dad, or who's inheriting lots of money from mom and dad, you can ask the question of, well, what have they done to deserve that? And that is a real question. There's no issue with regards to questioning that. Not so much questioning the morality of bequeathing money to your heirs, to your science, but rather the questioning the morality of other people not being entitled, not having the same luck, because very often being bequeathed vast means and resources is more a matter of luck. It's more a matter of luck or birth, nothing more than that. And so some people are not born so lucky, and so they won't get anything currently anyway. So you have to try to at least even out the playing field, make the playing field a bit fairer, so that everybody gets something. And then if they grow something out of it, they make something of themselves out of it. There you go. The state has intervened and tried to even out the playing field. I mean, that 500,000, if it's used strategically, for example, putting that money together with other friends to invest wisely, you can become as wealthy as anybody that has inherited wealth and doesn't know how to unscappers that wealth, doesn't know how to use it properly, dilapidates it, right? Squanders the wealth, right? So there are good reasons to do that. Now, the other thing is that, as well as the moral question and wanting to deal with inequality, it's actually a good way to resolve one of the issues right now plaguing the UK, which is that there are too many entrenched business that effectively still continue, many zombie businesses that continue to sustain themselves just by the power of being first to market in a time when maybe obtaining finance was easier. Simple as that. So you have many businesses out there that might have managed to borrow when things were good, very large sums of money. For example, here I've got the Financial Times talking about how private equity is finding fundraising difficult because they can't resell many of the companies they acquired, but they acquired those companies when times were good, when there was lots of money available, and they have acquired those companies at vastly inflated valuations, and then now I'll make another video about them, and now those companies are not worth that much, or people have difficulty obtaining finances because the market has changed, and therefore you can't sell it, or if you've not actually brought any level of increased profitability to the company, you've just effectively squandered the resources of the company, making them pay your debt, etc. then clearly no one's going to want to buy it, and the company is not going to be worth that much. But it also goes to the point of if you have a business you're that just by dint of luck managed to borrow large sums of money a long time ago and is still surviving on that today, well, you should be subject to competition. And because people today can obtain the finances to enter to compete, then many zombie companies just kind of survived, kind of thrived. They don't really do much. If anything, they might benefit from some kind of monopoly power where they just get to increase the prices without really bringing any kind of innovation to the market, or increasing quality, nothing like that. They might actually go on cost-cutting drives, increase prices, but drive down the quality, right? And we see that all the time. But if you give people money to be able to create competitors, right? If the state gives you 5,000 and then you create a business and the state says, right, well, I'm going to give you more money. I'm going to invest alongside you since you're putting forward that free capital I'm giving to you. I'm going to put some money forward, more money forward as well. Then suddenly you have more competition, and that makes markets more dynamic, and it forces everybody to keep doing the right thing. Because if you're not doing the right thing, serving the customer better, someone else is going to come along, right? And that's a good thing. Just to maintain proper market dynamics, that's extremely important. It also allows to foster innovation, make sure that when people have good ideas and the company they work in doesn't want to innovate, they can come out of the company and then just say, well, I'm going to do my own thing, I'm going to do things better. And they'll have the means to achieve that. And that's a really good thing. So effectively, it's one way to make capital flow in a productive manner within an economy. And that's extremely important if you want to keep things moving in the right direction, if you want to make sure that innovation keeps thriving, because fundamentally that's what you need in a society. You need to have companies that keep innovating. So if you want to maintain that, it's really important that people have access to capital for new business formation. And that's sorely lacking today, especially like I said, if you're not born lucky, then you won't have access to that. Anyways, don't forget to check out our sponsors, GoTaste.uk. As I said in the previous video, currently everybody's talking about AI. I don't like talking about AI because I feel like it's not artificial intelligence, it's more assistive intelligence. Many companies out there don't have, especially the hospitality industry is still if you think about what humans need to eat, they need to work, they need to be entertained. Your workplace is probably digitized, your entertainment is probably digitized, your Netflix, etc. And one of our sponsors, Go5050, allows you to get up to 80% off on streaming subscriptions. So check them out, please. Go5050.co.uk. So here they are, Go50. 50. I've actually typed GP50 as opposed to Go5050. So check out Go5050.co.uk, where you get to save quite a lot on streaming subscriptions. Let me make sure that if I log out of this. So this is Go5050. But also, as I was about to say, the hospitality, the eating part of what humans need, so the hospitality, restaurants in general, is still not digitized. It's still very analog, meaning paper-based. So your menu is paper-based. Restaurants still don't have access to a platform that allows them to just go online and for folks to order online for dining or for delivery. And that's not delivery or Uber Eats. Those platforms are very limited. They don't give flexibility to the restaurants, and they're too expensive as well. But if you want a platform that allows you to manage your restaurant very easily, pictures, your social media, your schedules, etc., there's no platform actually on earth that does that and allows you to also gather data. For example, when the customer pays, do you have access to some data, some way of tracking the customer? There's no platform right now on earth that allows the restaurants to do that. There's nothing, absolutely nothing out there. However, these guys now do it. Our sponsors, GoTaste.uk. So if you're planning of having a restaurant business here in the UK, check them out. So GoTaste.uk, absolutely beautiful. It's effectively like an Instagram meets Airbnb, but for restaurants and food lovers. and it looks great. You can easily order. You know, it looks like your Instagram. You know, you've got some comments there, ratings as well, dine-in, collection, depends what you want. Select your, make your selection, order. I'm not logged in, it wants me to log in, but yeah, you can do a lot on GoTest UK. So guys, please check them out, okay? GoTest UK. Right, thank you. Bye.